a stutter. So give me if I stutter, then we'll try it again.
No problem.
No problem.
I mean, I'm an old Navy guy, so
And we can edit all that stuff, so don't you worry about it.
seriously.
Great.
Procedure,
Right, so,
never take anything out, not put it back where it came from.
Great to talk to you guys today. Why don't you tell us about what you've got on display here, who you are, and what you guys are doing?
Sure. So my name is Chris Douglas, and our organization is Lone Star Africa Works. We're an Austin, Texas-based group, and if I had to describe our mission, I would say it is finding appropriate tools and technologies and taking them to the people who need it in the places where we work, like East Africa and South Sudan is where we're focusing. So all of this is about the kinds of tools that they can use where they are in South Sudan. They're working on agriculture, they're working on starting rural economies, building up businesses, because they're just coming out of a very long civil war, for the past 40, 50 years. And so we're focusing on the things they want to do. I'm not taking my plan to them, they're telling me what they want to do, and I help them build businesses and industries around what they're doing. So we're starting with beekeeping. This is easy to get started, easy to transport, naturally bacteria resistant, also happens to be delicious and very flavorful. Then we're working with things like the Multimachine is an idea for getting machine shops started in places that otherwise would never be able to access them, so that they can build farming equipment, so that they can build tools, they can repair the things they need, build the things they need to build the kind of life they want to have. This is the Multimachine. I will let my colleague Pat describe it in greater detail. All I know is that you can build it with the kind of parts they have available in South Sudan, with engine blocks and junk metal and scrap parts, and with this you can basically start your own machine shop and start building up the kind of things you need for heavy industry.
Here we go. Edit this out. It's a machine that can do all metal machining operations.
Right.
And yet it's made from 2 engine blocks and a piece of drive shaft and a steel bar. And so it can replace 10 different machine shop tools. And you might be able to build it from the scrap in the backyard someplace.
Wow.
And it's easy to build, it's extremely accurate, and worked on it since for 13 years now. And I'm sorry.
And it seems like this can be pretty much put together from materials that are probably going to be found in many countries in the developing world, just based on leftover machine parts and so on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any kind of vehicle parts, the military vehicle parts, as long as that's steel bar. One piece of steel bar is all it takes. And that's available. Any place there's welding, then the welder will be able to get steel bars. So you can build it any place, and it's easy to build.
Right. So this seems ideal for countries that perhaps have come out of the back end of a war conflict, where there's all sorts of leftover material lying around from the investment in that war effort. There may be broken down machinery, broken down cars, broken down military equipment that could all be repurposed for these kind of machines.
Yeah, if you had stuff like that, you could actually build a small factory.
Wow.
You can make slight changes in different models of these to optimize them for different operations, and it could be a fairly efficient factory, small factory.
Wow.
So, and it just would come from the steel.
That make a huge difference to the communities that otherwise have got absolutely nothing and are coming off the back of,
Yeah, and with this we have the training.
Right.
The information to build it wouldn't do any good if people couldn't use it, but we've accumulated a huge database of videos and old magazine articles and new articles, and so that somebody who has the desire to do it actually has the means to do it, because we have the information available.
Well, gentlemen, I really appreciate it. Thank you both very much for your time, and have a very successful show. We're really impressed.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Take care, bud.
Hope we weren't looking too many wrong directions when you guys were keeping the camera on.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for building this thing.
You're a wonderful guy.
Look, the South Sudanese, I was trying to describe this thing to them, because, they're not starting from nothing. They're starting from nothing.